I'm with Michael Cochrane, who'll be competing in the 400 metre hurdles heats on Saturday evening in Beijing at the World Champs. Mike, it's been 4 years since you represented New Zealand at a major international event, the 2011 University Games. What's it going to be like stepping out onto the famous Bird's Nest Stadium on Saturday evening?
Should be amazing. It'll be the biggest crowd I've competed in front of by far. I think there are around 90,000 people there, so that should be pretty cool atmosphere to step out into, with a lot of people that are much faster than me. Well, yeah, potentially much faster than me. So yeah, it'll be a good experience. It's been a long time since I've been in a situation like it, but no, I think I've prepared well for it and shouldn't be too much of a shock.
And your parents are going to be there?
Yep, yeah, both parents and grandmother are going to be there, so that'll be cool having some support. Hopefully I'll be able to see them and wave to them in the crowd.
Your best time for 400 metre hurdles and New Zealand record is 49.72. Last week you ran 49.74, very close to that. That was in Tokyo. What do you think you're going to need to get through to the semi-finals in Beijing?
If I run like that again this week, that should easily get me through to the semi-finals based on previous results at the games. But there's a lot more competitors entered this year, so potentially I'll need to go a bit faster than that. But sometimes 50 flat can get in, so I'll be aiming for around 50.5, 50.6, hoping that will get me through.
So how has your preparation gone for these champs, given that you've been over in Europe for a while? Have you had a lot of long-haul flights?
Yeah, there's been a few long-haul flights. I got to Europe in mid-June, and that was quite early, which was because I often get sick after a big flight, and I did this time. So I had my first week in Europe. I was down with the flu, so yeah, it took a bit out of me, but the rest of the build-up was really good. Got into good shape, had some good races. Conditions weren't great in the races, but I still managed to get into good form during training, and then pop over to Japan, another long-haul flight, and had a good bit of training there and another good race. So yeah, preparation's gone really well.
So your expectations for Beijing World Champs, what would be a satisfying result for you?
Well, the initial goal was top 16, which usually you need to run about a 49.4. I'd be really happy with that because that's the A standard for the Olympics next year. So yeah, something around top 16 would be ideal. Top 12 would be the best possible result that I think I could aim for at the moment, which would be a low 49. Yeah, but I think make it through the semi-final, and top 16 would be best.
Okay, so Sunday evening will be the semis, and if you do get through to the final, Tuesday evening, so you've got quite a bit of work coming up.
Yeah, potentially. Two hard 4 hurdle races in a row. I haven't done that before, so that'll be a good experience. But I'm sure I'll be able to handle that with the preparation I've had, and then it's always nice to have a day in between the semis and finals if I do make it. So yeah, that should be nice to sharpen up a bit.
So looking post-Beijing, what are your plans for the next 12 months heading towards Rio?
So I'll go back to New Zealand straight after Beijing, have a few weeks rest maybe, and then you just be building back up for the summer season in Auckland, and getting ready for Rio. So yeah, I'm not too sure whereabouts I'll be based, but possibly in Auckland still. Yeah, just getting ready for that.
Very good. Thanks very much for your time, and good luck for those heats of the 400 metre hurdles in the Bird's Nest.
Great, thanks for that.